What happens when you take a Pokemon game, randomize absolutely everything, and add Nuzlocke rules? Wait, that's not enough? Okay, how about you're only allowed one Pokemon, boss trainers have buffed teams, and buying healing items is banned? Still not enough? Okay, you can't leave gyms to heal, all enemies have a 50% level boost, and you can't use legendaries? That sounds better. Welcome to Kaizo IronMON, and the story of how after over 1,000 grueling attempts, we finally got lucky and, played well enough to beat this goddamn challenge. Let's talk about the first rival battle. To balance XP throughout the game, all enemy Pokemon have a 50% level boost, meaning you start with a level 5, whilst this dude gets a level 8. This might not sound like a big deal, but believe me, it is. Only roughly 1 in every 5 runs is able to make it past this first battle. It doesn't help that you have to choose which Pokeball you want before seeing what's inside them. On attempt 1272, I asked my Twitch chat to choose a ball and they picked mid. Right off the bat, this Blaziken looks pretty sick. Low attack but high special attack is actually great. Its speed is decent and most importantly, it has a powerful stab move in Blaze Kick. Its other moves aren't too bad as well, but we'll have to see what else we learn as the run goes on. By the way, you can always keep track of our Pokemon's stats and moves by looking at the tracker on the right side of the screen. It also tracks enemy moves and abilities once we know them. I go to name the chicken Brozo after my cute dog Zoe, but misclicked like an absolute moron and named it Brozen. Thankfully, my rival has a Volbeat, which is weak to our stab Blaze Kick. It outspeeds us and gets off a double edge, which would be scary with our low defense, but thankfully we have very high HP and it does less than half. Volbeat gets one shot and we make it out of the lab. Let's talk about moves really quickly. You're allowed to learn any new moves that you get through level up and from TMs, but only if the TM is given to you by a gym leader. Getting a moveset with good power and coverage is very important for a run to make it to the late game. We get the option to learn Tail Whip, but it's pretty useless, so we move on. Once you get Pokeballs, you're allowed to pivot to a different Pokemon. There are a few patches of grass, but if you catch a Pokemon, you must get rid of your previous one and use the new one. Normally, pivoting can be very valuable as you can potentially upgrade to a better Pokemon. I have a quick look in the grass, but there's nothing too great, and this Blaziken honestly could be really good if it gets some more moves, so we start fighting the trainers. Most of Viridian Forest goes down to Blaze Kicks and occasional Brick Breaks. As it still does decent damage, we get a Soda Pop as well, which is great because heals, especially big heals such as Hyper Potions, Energy Roots, Max Potions, and Full Restores are incredibly valuable late game, and there's no guarantee that you'll get any of these, but on an average run, you might get 1 or 2 of each. Between each gym, you normally want to fight every single available trainer to maximize your XP, since you can't kill any wild Pokemon and every bit of XP counts. However, there are a few dangers to this, as literally any Pokemon that you don't have a significant level advantage against could outspeed you and use Destiny Bond, ending the run instantly. Other notable threats include tanky Parasong users and Pokemon with self-destruct or explode. But once the forest is cleared out, we double back for the optional rival battle to gain a bit more XP, then it's time for Brock. Let's talk about dungeons. No, not those ones, these ones. Gyms, caves, and some other areas are considered dungeons under the Kaizo rule set. This means they must only be entered a single time in the entire run, stopping you from leaving to heal. In caves and Team Rocket areas, you can skip a bunch of trainers and just fight a few mandatory ones. But in gyms, you have to fight every trainer and then the leader. Luckily, Brock's gym only has one trainer, carrying a Lotad that gets Blaze Kicked and a Snorlax that gets Brick Breaked twice. Brick Broken? I don't know. Anyways, gym leaders and other boss trainers also have 3 additional Pokemon added to their team. Are you starting to see why this goddamn challenge took me over 1,000 attempts? In fact, that's actually considered a relatively low amount of attempts. Alright, it's time for Brock. He leads with Weedle, which sets up a Swords Dance after a missed Blaze Kick, but dies to the next one. Seedot also goes down to Blaze Kick, then Torkoal misses a Poison Gas, which is great, as poison damage really adds up over turns and can quickly end a run. He misses another one, which is super lucky, but I'd say deserved for being a rat and trying to spam a 55% accurate move. Once he goes down, a Smoochum comes out and dies to a kick, and his final Pokemon Togetic meets the same fate, granting us the first gym badge. A damageless Brock is almost unheard of, so my hopes for this run are very high. We get the TM for Confusion, which would be great coverage for our moveset if we could learn it, but unfortunately, thanks to the Kaizo rules, all TMs only have a 50% chance of being learnable, and we lost the coin toss. Maybe you could subscribe to make me feel better. It takes like no time, and we're super close to 3,000 subscribers. Every sub counts at this stage, so I greatly appreciate it. Also, I streamed this entire run on my Twitch channel if you're interested in seeing some Kaizo IronMON live. It'll be linked in the description. We clear out Route 3, beating every trainer before it's time for Mount Moon. The same dungeon rules apply here, but there are only 2 mandatory trainers at the end of the dungeon. We pick up a fresh water on the way, and the trainers don't give us too much trouble, which is great because I'm able to save my HP and PP to take on the numerous other trainers for XP. Remember that once I leave, I'm never able to re-enter, so it's a bit of a balancing act, trying to get as much XP as possible without risking the death of my Pokemon. We eventually get poisoned by Twin Needle, but thankfully this happens on the final trainer of the dungeon. Also thankfully, since all of the tiles can be used to encounter wild Pokemon, I'm able to cheese the poison counter by walking exactly 4 tiles, wiggling on the spot to encounter a wild Pokemon, and then after running away, the step counter gets reset so I can walk another 4 tiles and repeat. It takes a little while, but it's definitely worth doing to keep the run alive, as it would be a very close call as to whether or not I make it to the Pokemon Center by just running there. By doing this, we get there with just 16 HP left, being able to collect every item and beat every trainer in Mount Moon, the highly sought after but rarely achievable full clear. Misty's gym can be delayed by quite a bit, which is normally the right play to make unless you need to gamble on getting a good gym TM, so we fight our rival on Nugget Bridge. Up until now, we're yet to learn any good moves, but we finally get blessed with a game changer. Ice Punch is incredible on this mon. Not only is it a special move because Gen 3 is before the physical special split, but it gives amazing coverage and is able to deal with the many high base stat total dragon types in the game. Now our moveset is looking a lot better. We clear out Nugget Bridge and route 6, 11, and 25. Now that we're sitting at level 42, we can either do the SSN or Misty's Gym. The ship only has one mandatory battle against the rival and a couple of items, as well as a heap of optional trainers, whereas the gym will give us a new TM and should be pretty free since we delayed it for so long. So we decide to do Misty first. We don't take any damage from her trainers, so we're looking good going into this battle. She leads Omastar and it dies to a Brick Break. Shalgon gets Ice Punched and Krabby goes down to a Feint Attack. Lapras lives a Blaze Kick and tries to Zap Cannon, but thankfully misses. This is great because if it lands, Zap Cannon is a guaranteed para, and even though we have a nice level advantage, things can quickly get out of hand with status conditions. It then goes down to a Brick Break and Hitmontop gets one shot by Ice Punch to get us the second badge. We get the TM for Reversal, which is pretty much a shit version of Brick Break, so we don't take it. Also, we're still yet to take any damage whilst inside a gym, which is pretty neat and a pretty rare occurrence. It's time to set sail. We have to fight our rival straight away, but he's pretty easy after Misty, and we get the Cut TM. You're allowed to catch an additional Pokemon to teach Cut, Strength, and Surf to, simply because you need to be able to access all of the map, but they aren't allowed to give you any advantage whatsoever. We go on trying to fight as many trainers as possible and trying to maximize XP without risking death. We pick up a Max Potion, which is amazing and will be very useful in the late game splits. A stab crit thrash from this random Noctowl almost ends our run instantly, but we managed to hold on. After this, I can decide to either heal up and keep fighting trainers or leave the ship early. I decide that heals are more valuable than a bit more XP, so we leave and it's time to challenge Surge. Actually, before that, we can use Cut to gain access to Route 9 and beat all of the trainers there, which makes it sound like a strategic decision, but really I'm just prolonging the worst part of any Kaizo IronMON run. The electric gym puzzle. Seriously, this piece of shit puzzle always takes me at least 10 attempts before I finally get it. The first switch is always in the last trash can I check, and if I know where the second switch is. Easily the worst puzzle in any Pokemon game. We take our first damage in the gym to a trainer and thankfully dodge a poison. Surge leads with a Wall Rain and we Blaze Kick to take it out. Tropius goes down to quad effective Ice Punch, but Moltres lives an Ice Punch and lands a Supersonic. This is annoying, but it's not the end of the world if we hit ourselves, because Confusion self-damage is based on your attack and defense stats, which means we don't do too much damage to ourselves. Surge actually withdraws and sends in Slowking, which gets one shot by the incoming Ice Punch. Then it's Moltres' turn, and Magmar lives a Feint Attack but misses its move. The final Pokemon is a Shelder, which gets one shot, and the third badge is all ours. You might be watching this video and thinking, wow, this challenge doesn't look that bad. Why does it take so many attempts? I can't stress enough, this Pokemon is cracked. It has an amazing spread with a huge special attack stat and even defenses. Despite the defenses being relatively low, it has a monster HP stat that still gives it quite a bit of bulk, and also amazing move coverage. Just to give you an idea, here are some of the best Pokemon I've had in all of my attempts, some of which didn't even make it past the mid-game. But now it's time for a big run killer, Rock Tunnel. This dungeon has 8 mandatory trainers and a couple of optional ones, so an early status condition can easily end a run here. By this stage of the game, most trainer Pokemon are level 30, which is when the randomizer forces all Pokemon to be fully evolved, making battles a little bit more scary to make up for the growing level gap. Don't worry, that level gap will slowly close despite the amount of trainers we're about to slaughter. We managed to beat all 8 mandatory trainers, only taking 40 damage, so we go back to fight some more and end up full clearing, only losing around 60 HP total, making this my first full clear of Rock Tunnel. Waiting for us in Lavender Town is another rival fight in the Lavender Town dungeon. This is the only dungeon you're allowed to enter twice, as the rules state that you have to fight your rival immediately immediately, but can re-enter later for story progression. This means that after we take him down, we can continue to clear some of the trainers in the tower to maximize our XP and make it easier to clear when we return. Now we can empty out routes 7 and 12 and make our way to Saladon City. You might be thinking that we have to fight Erica, the gym leader here, but she can be delayed for far longer than even Misty could. And first we have the Team Rocket hideout to get through. Giovanni can sometimes be an issue as he brings 6 of the highest level Pokemon we've seen so far. We get paralyzed by a War Rain with static on a mandatory trainer, which is terrible because not only does that mean we might not be able to attack, but paralysis also halves your speed, so we'll likely get outsped by most of Giovanni's Pokemon. This lets them get a free hit off, which can quickly add up and get spooky. Thankfully, we haven't had to use any heals at all up until this point, so using a full heal here doesn't hurt too badly. It also means I can fight more of the trainers in the hideout, but in classic Kaizo fashion, we get parried by static again, which I knew was a risk, but didn't want the War Rain to be able to hit me. An important thing to mention is that the tracker on the right side of the screen allows me to take notes on a Pokemon's stats if I notice that it is particularly tanky or can outspeed us and do a lot of damage. 3 of my moves are contact, which isn't great because even if I know that a Pokemon like War Rain has a potentially devastating ability like static, I have to choose between one-shotting it and risking the status or using feint attack, which is a pretty weak move and will likely not one-shot. Anyways, things get a little bit scary after we fully para twice and our accuracy gets lowered. I end up having to use fresh water and opt not to use our second full heal on the paralysis because it could potentially be a lot more valuable in the future. After this incident, we leave the Rocket hideout, give tea to the guards, quickly clear the new trainers in Lavender Tower and get the Sylph Scope, and now the map is really opened up for us. Our goal is to beat pretty much every single trainer on the map, so now we're able to fully clear routes 13, 14, 15, 16, Cycling Road, and 18. Parts of the game like this are super valuable for the track and note-taking that I just mentioned, as many of these Pokemon will likely come up during gyms or the Elite Four, so knowing what move is best to use against them is very valuable. I won't bore you with the countless trainers we just one-shot and swept, but after all that grinding, we're sitting comfortably at level 71, a great place to be by this stage of the game. We were also able to get some more healing items from all of the routes we'd cleared, so now it's time for Erica's gym. Her relatively lower leveled Pokemon are compensated by the fact that she has a whopping 7 gym trainers. We lose around 100 HP before going into the gym fight, and she leads with a Beautifly. It gets one-shot by Ice Punch, Forest and Omastar get Brick Breaked, then Executor and Crobat get Ice Punched, and finally Quillfish gets crit by Feint Attack, granting us an easy 4th badge. That fight really just softens us up for Koga, which we have to do pretty much straight after Erica. In contrast to her level 30s, Koga's ace is a level 65, not much below our own. He also has 6 gym trainers with pretty high level Pokemon, so this gym is considered a pretty big run killer. The first gym trainer sends out a Donphan, which outspeeds us and explodes, dealing around 1/5 of our HP, which is not a great start to the gym. His second Pokemon also tanks a hit before it goes down, so we know we're in for a fight. The third trainer sends out a Pokemon with Sandstream, and even though we can one-shot all 4 of his Pokemon, the Sandstorm still does a lot of chip damage to us, taking us down to almost half HP. Now it's time to take on Koga. He leads with a Wailord that goes down to a Feint Attack, but then Mightyena lives a Brick Break and hits us with a Hydro Cannon, but thankfully it doesn't do too much damage. This baits one of Koga's Hyper Potions, which is good for us because we can simply outspeed and finish off the Mightyena. He then sends out his big level 65 Ariados, which ironically has Drought to boost the damage of our Blaze Kick. It lands and nukes the spider. Beautifly falls to an Ice Punch, then Exploud tanks an Ice Punch, which does less than half and hits us with a Thunderbolt. From this range, a Sun boosted Blaze Kick is enough to finish it off. Finally, Quagsire gets Ice Punched and we claim the 5th badge. This was definitely the most rocky gym so far, but we were still able to get through it without needing to use any heals, so we're looking good for the late game, which is right around the corner. Now that we have access to Surf, we can clear routes 19, 20, and 21. By this stage, we've battled nearly every normal trainer in the entire game, and all that lays ahead of us is a brutal amount of ever increasingly difficult dungeons. We have to do Silphco, 3 gyms, Victory Road, and then finally the Elite Four and Champion. Before this though, we grab as many items as we can from the Power Plant, the route before Victory Road, and also the Pokemon Mansion. We gather our thoughts and check our heals, being 1 potion, 2 energy roots, 1 hyper potion, 1 max potion, and 2 full restores. It might not sound like much, but this is actually a pretty good amount of heals, partially thanks to the fact that we've played a little bit more risky at some stages of the game just to keep our number of heals high. Trust me, we're gonna need each and every one of them. Let's do Blaine's gym. The first Pokemon gives us some trouble again in the form of a Tentacruel who does almost 100 damage before going down. An Armaldo tanks a Blaze Kick and slaps us with a Hyper Beam, but it doesn't do too much damage, and everything else in the gym goes down easily. Now it's time for Blaine, Blaine, who also has a very high level ace, but leads with a Mischievous that we can easily feint attack. pChal, the ace, comes out and thankfully falls to a Blaze Kick. We're really getting lucky with all these bug type aces. Absol gets ice punched and lives on 1 HP, but we freeze it so it can't hit us back. Blaine heals whilst we test Brick Break damage to see if we can use it against future Absols, and it gets one shot. Our physical attack is pretty low, but Stab's super effective Brick Break can still do good damage, as this Omastar also finds out. Swallow is an easy ice punch, and Primeape gets one shot by Blaze Kick to grant us the 6th badge without having to use any more heals. He gives us literally the best gym TM in the world, Sketch, which we can use to learn almost any move we want, but of course, it's not learnable. Alright, it's Silphco time. This dungeon is unique, having very few mandatory fights, but once you beat Giovanni, all of the grunts leave the building and their potential XP is lost forever. This makes it particularly difficult to balance XP with not dying because there are 32 total trainers, which is easily worth a couple of levels. But we still need to be able to defeat Giovanni's high level team at the end. And before you ask, no, I'm not allowed to sleep in the bed. Thankfully, there's an abundance of items here to make it a bit more manageable. We fight our rival first, and he doesn't put up much of the fight. So we start on level 2 and work our way up to level 11, beating every single trainer along the way. A level 42 Milotic lives a feint attack and goes for the dreaded move Endeavor, dealing almost 300 damage and bringing us down to 83 HP. This is a classic example of a problem Pokemon, something tanky with annoying moves that can be hard to deal with. If this thing shows up at the Elite Four, we could be in a world of trouble. We decide to Energy Root up so that we can fight a lot more trainers, but we get poisoned by a Poison Point Pidgeot, which we can heal before we take too much damage. Several trainers later, Static Walrein goes 3 for 3 and paralyzes us again, but we're still sitting on a comfortable amount of heals, so we keep moving on. I managed to use all of my PP before popping one of my 3 max elixirs to make my PP big again. It is pretty risky going for the full clear in Silphco, but after battling 31 trainers, only Giovanni remains. We're at half HP going into it, but he leads with Houndoom, easy Brick Break fodder. Walrein goes 4 for 4 and statics us again. I could and probably should be going for Feint Attack since it's non-contact in Gen 3 and won't proc static, but it's too late now. Since there are only 4 Pokemon left in the entire dungeon, I decide to not heal it off and just try to send it. Kecleon Drillpeck puts us into potential crit range, so we end up having to heal. Goodbye, Energy Root. We're left with 200 HP to deal with 3 Pokemon. Seeking dies to a Brick Break into Feint Attack, Latias does tiny damage and dies to an Ice Punch, and we hit through Paraflinch to smack the Huntail with a Feint Attack, ending this crazy dungeon. We had to use 2 energy roots, a max elixir, and a couple of status heals, but now we're sitting at a great level, which should make the upcoming dungeons a bit easier. Let's do Sabrina's gym. We dodge a poison on this Regirock Sludge Bomb just for Poison Point to proc when we kill it. Awesome. This actually puts us in a really awkward position as we have quite a few para heals, but only a single Lumberry to deal with poison. As this is still quite early into the dungeon, we need to use it, but now a single poison could spell the end of the run. Sabrina leads with Magmar, and we surprisingly one-shot it with Feint Attack. This brings out Charizard, and Ice Punch lands an absolutely huge 10% freeze. This Zard knows Encore, which might not end the run if it uses it, but could definitely put us into a bad position, so we finish it off with Feint Attack. Credilli is an easy Ice Punch, and Claydol gets the same treatment. Feint Attack gets rid of Politoed, and to finish it off, we land a Blaze Kick against her Metagross, which funnily enough activates Static after the battle is already over. We gather some more items we have access to on the map, and it's time for Big Daddy Giovanni's gym. With 8 high-leveled trainers, some with smart AI, this gym is no joke, and even gives a little taste of the Elite Four that awaits us. Thankfully, we have information on a lot of Pokemon by this stage, and I'm able to play around annoying abilities like Static and use the optimal move in most situations. A Moltres Peck Crit does a devastating amount of damage, and Supersonic makes us hit ourselves in confusion, but we eventually take it down. If that was a stronger flying type move like Aeroblast, we straight up could have died there. I keep fighting a few more trainers so that I can get maximum value out of our max potion, and we go into Giovanni with very good HP and PP. He leads with Zangoose, an easy KO with Brick Break. He then sends out his Ace, which is one of the best possible Pokemon for us, a Masquerain that gets sent into orbit by Ice Punch. I thankfully dodge a poison on the Arbok, which also dies to an Ice Punch, bringing in yet another Ice Punch victim, Latios. Milotic is, if you remember, super annoying to deal with. It can tank all of our moves very well and can use Endeavor to drop our HP drastically. I try to chip it down whilst it goes for Shadow Punches, but since it leveled up since we last battled it, it learned a new move, Synthesis. Are you kidding me? I decided to go for a Brick Break since I haven't tested its physical defense, and funnily enough, it just gets completely one-shot. It must have like 200 base special defense and 20 base physical defense or something. Crazy. Geo's final one is a Butterfree, meaning we can Ice Punch for an easy final gym badge. We fight our rival one more time before Victory Road, which surprisingly has a grand total of 0 mandatory trainers. This is really good because most of the trainers here have smarter AI and will usually go for super effective or high damage moves instead of the basic Bug Catcher AI that spams String Slingshot or Harden. I accidentally run into one trainer, but they don't give us any problems. It's time for the big Elite Four. This is by far the most difficult part of the run. The leveling is far more even, meaning it's way harder to outspeed and one-shot Pokemon, and they do a lot more damage to us. Each member has 6 Pokemon, so Perish Song can easily end a run here. There are a million things that go wrong, so we take our time to make sure we've gathered every possible item on the map, and just appreciate this Blaziken with Blaze Kick and 420 HP. To show you how hype these fights were, I'm going to stop the voiceover and let the stream audio play. I apologize for the loud-ish music and poor mic quality. I've since gotten a better mic, and if you've made it this far in the video, you should definitely smash the f out of that subscribe button. We're getting super close to 3k subs, and I've got a lot more cool content planned for the future. Let the E4 begin.
Let's do it. Lorelei. Kingdra. Okay. We actually haven't seen this because it's died to Ice Punch every time. It does outspeed us now. That's fine. I feel like we're going to be starting to get outsped by a lot of things now, chat. We have been outspeeding a lot of things, but now things are going to outspeed us, which is a little bit risky. This will probably be a 2-shot kill, maybe? Maybe it's a 1-shot. Maybe it's a... Ooh! Okay. Okay, not bad. Marowak. This definitely dies to an Ice Punch as well. Lum. I have a Lum. Oh, that's annoying though. There goes our only Lum. I still have a way to heal every status at least once, but that's how our only Lum's gone, which is the one that heals everything. Oh wait, no, I have another full heal. I have another full heal, it's okay. Crit. I don't think the crit mattered, but sure. Minun. It has rough skin, so I'm just gonna Blaze Kick it to make sure that we definitely kill it. We outspeed it. Crit again, oh my gosh. Corsola. Last seen level 32. I'm gonna Brick Break, honestly. I think that's a play. Lives on 1 HP. Please do not make me confused. Please do not. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. Damn, this Corsola's gonna be fast though. Hopefully it doesn't live this Brick Break. It might not live. This is probably a roll. This could die here. Please. Please. Yeah. Okay, it's definitely gonna be faster. Hopefully it won't Dizzy Punch me. I mean, it's got assist. Oh wait, no, we're still faster? That thing is so slow. Okay, that's fine. Corsola goes down. Another Kingdra. Please Sweet Sand again. Please. Please do Sweet Sand. Oh no. That hurts. That's gonna hurt. That did do quite a bit of damage. But that's nothing a big old root can't fix. Please kill. Please don't be a range. Oh my gosh, no! If I get crit by Psychic, I'm dead here. It's definitely gonna go for Psychic, right? Okay, yeah, she does get the heal. Maybe we can get a crit or a freeze or something. Maybe. We can hope. Oh my god. Oh, I just saw the bar keep going. Okay, that goes down as well. I should maybe have healed on this guy, actually. It's fine. I just saw a free kill. One more? Is that it? That is Lorelei down, chat. That is Lorelei down. Let's do it. We gotta heal at the start of this battle. 3. Has metal... I mean, we haven't seen this thing in ages. I think this is a good one to heal on. You're not allowed to heal outside of battle engine. You can only heal in battle. Harden. Perfect. Perfect. Okay. I'm pretty sure we outspeed and just one-shot this guy now. I don't think it's gonna live an Ice Punch. That was a free heal. Yeah. That's pretty big. I did... Oh my gosh, it actually lived. Wait, that's not too bad. Now she's gonna go for a heal, right? This is my PB, is this person. Okay, we got one of her full restores for an Ice Punch. That's not too bad. Actual 1 HP. At least it didn't go for Endeavor. If it went for Endeavor, I'd be so mad. Aggron. We've always outsped and one-shot with Brick Break, so I don't think this will be any different. Wailord has always been outsped and died to Feint Attack. This one's a little bit of a higher level. Oh my god, I thought that said Water Spout for a second. I shat myself. I actually just shot myself. Okay, so we gotta remember Blaze Kick will do less damage now. I'm not sure yet, Steph. I'm not sure. I don't want to get my hopes up yet. I lived. Okay. Fine. That shouldn't do much damage. Oh my god, that did a lot of damage. It's okay. It's okay. We still have big heals. We still have big heals. The one letter makes a big difference. Okay, apparently this thing has low special defense. We're definitely not going to Blaze Kick because firepower is weakened. We're not going to Brick Break because it has Intimidate, so all we can really do is Ice Punch and Feint Attack. Oh, never mind. Sunny day. Now fire moves are back. I don't know if they're back to normal or if they're boosted now. Whatever it is, I appreciate it. Goodbye. Pseudo Widow has died to Brick Break every time. We're -1 now though, so I don't know. I'm just gonna Ice Punch, I think. Okay, that was a mistake. At least we can't get burned. Suwoo. Yeah, the decon looks like a... Wow, this thing is tanky actually. Does that take it out of heal range and into kill range? Does it? Yes, it does. That Citrus Berry worked a charm. That worked a treat actually. Gorbus. I think this thing is tanky. I'm gonna Feint Attack. It hasn't had any good moves yet though. Sharpen. Is that actually its moveset? Nah, there's no way it doesn't know any attacking moves. No way. Right, yeah. That's a Huntail? True. So if it's spamming Moonlight, it's not that bad. Defense Curl, it's okay. Is it gonna heal now from this range? I feel like it's gonna heal, right? Yeah, good time. That's okay. I don't think this thing is gonna attack us. I don't. Is this the last Pokemon or is there one more? Is this the last one? Alright. I think it's just gonna Defense Curl. So you know what, chat? This is a big brain opportunity to get some of these little heals in. Because otherwise, I don't know when we're gonna be able to do it. So I'm just gonna do this. Do that as well. I think it's fine. Getting these heals in is really good for us. Oh, well, that was gonna happen. It's fine, it's fine. Even if we didn't get the potions in, it's okay. We're still new PB, chat. New PB. Let's do it, Agatha. Lantern is a good one for us, I think. Feint Attack. Does that boost my Ice Punch damage? Or not? I don't think it does, right? Oh, man. Do we root? I think we root. Scout what it's trying to do as well, but then we'll go for... We'll get Blaze Kick on it. Need some damage. But I thought it was Water Spout again. Okay, looks like we're not Blaze Kicking. Oh, it outspeeds our Water Pulses. This thing's pretty tanky as well. This is a problem. Oh, you're kidding me. No. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Just don't. Just don't. Thank you. I'm gonna try out a Brick Break. It is really especially tanky. Brick Break, okay, it's poison. I mean, frozen again. That freeze is huge. Please do not hit yourself, please. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's way less damage. I think one more Brick Break into Ice Punch kills without them healing though, so I'm gonna do that. I think that's actually the play, just so she doesn't heal him. Go! Defrosted! It's gonna go for the Water Pulse. We're gonna need to use a Max Potion, I think. Please don't confuse me. Thank you. Please kill, please kill, please kill, otherwise we're in big trouble. Free heal. I need chat's advice. I don't know what to do. I'm just gonna send it. Yeah, they randomize the names as well. Damn it. Please don't confuse me. Please. Please, I beg. I beg for no confusion. Thank you. Please, no confusion, man. No confusion. This Raikou is such a big problem. You know what? That does save us one turn of getting hit by Water Pulse, so I'm grateful that we got that freeze. Honestly, pretty good RNG from us there. This Pokemon is brutal for us, but we froze it twice, and it didn't confuse us with like 3 in a row, so... I shouldn't heal from this HP, because we only have max potions and full restores, and I need to make sure I'm getting the most out of them, so I'm just gonna Ice Punch this. Three Pokemon. Smeargle. Hey, thank you, Cuspers. Alright. It's 5 turns in 6 plus, but they switch out now. Sneasel. This has always died to a Brick Break. It's a good one for us to see. Standler died to a Brick Break. I'm just gonna Blaze Kick though. I don't want to take the risk of it not dying. Blaze Kick I think will do more damage. Stab. 321 special attack. Wow, wait, maybe it just has low defense. I feel like it might actually have low defense. I can't remember what was wrote against it. Yeah, that was the right play. Perfect. Three out of 4 Elite 4 members down. That would be good. Alright. Last Elite 4. Last Elite 4 chat. Let's do it. Holy Toad. We've seen this in the... You see this? It's a feint attack, right? Please, no, Witzer. No. No. Oh my god. Last of our max potions. We only have 2 full restores after this. It will miss high jump kick, yes. Good. Thank you, Jorah. We went for the block instead. That's perfect. I only just saw it. I'm gonna go back and watch the VOD later, probably. It did live. Of course, we get crit again. I should have used an X special on the heal, actually. That would have been the play. You know what? It's 2 feint attacks from here anyway. I'm better off X-specialing and then doing it. I kind of trolled, but it's fine. It's another high jump. That's only 50 damage though, right? Okay, hopefully we can... Should I set up for a sweep? I can do an X-speed as well. I reckon that's actually a play. Hits again, that's fine. We should hopefully be able to sweep from here. +1 special attack, +1 speed. Blissey has been dying to all Blaze Kicks so far. And I don't think that's going to end now, hopefully. I think it has no HP. Yeah, okay. It goes down. No, that's a Sand Streamer. Damn it. That's terrible. I think I just have to go for the Blaze Kick here. Thanks for the follow, Crunchy Noodles. Please kill, please kill. I mean, it should. +1. Okay, crit as well. That crit probably didn't matter. Alright, Yama. Yeah, speed of 1 shot with Ice Punch. Thank you, Crunchy. I appreciate it. We're getting the crits when they don't matter, man. done for this guy. And then we can maybe full restore. Oh my gosh, it lived. Lived at +1 ice punch. We might have to full restore in this battle. Oh no, it's dead. Okay. Okay, this definitely dies, right? I'm pretty sure this has died every single time. We're +1. Oh, it could outspeed us though, right? It's never outsped us before. We're +1 speed. What's up, Steven? Congrats on the win. And if I full restore now, well, I'm doing it. I think that is the play. Absolutely. This is Lance. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh, it's a freebie as well. It's a freebie. You'll love to see it. We cop a little bit of sandstorm damage, but that is it. We're going to the champion. We're going. At level 90. Oh my goodness. Let's do it. Sunny. I have a full restore and a full heal. You can't elixir outside of battle, no. I'm hoping we won't have to elixir if I can set up my stuff. Okay, I haven't seen what this thing has. I don't know if it's worth risking a perish, right? But it probably can't do damage to us. I feel like I have to set up. I just have to risk it. If it has Perish Song, it has Perish Song. That's just the way it goes. Okay. Assist. Magical Leaf. Wait. And now 1x speed. Assist person, I would be mad. I think I'm just gonna blaze kick it. Alright, we're set up, chat. +2 special attack, +1 speed. Assist is scary, but I just had to go for it. Crit didn't matter there. Volbeat has low special defense. Honestly, should I feint it? Maybe ice punch it. Goes down.
Bowling gonna
That's
go
2
crazy
down.
if we got the champ in the building.
2 down. Oh, this thing is really tanky. I'm gonna hit it with a blaze kick and hope that we kill. We might not though. This thing has been really tanky. +2 might not even kill this. Drill Peck. Oh no. Full restore, that's fine. I think 2 ice punches might not kill. Oh my god. Oh my god. Will he heal again? Will he heal again? He will. Shit. Do I risk the blaze kick miss and then... I think... Okay. Here's the problem, chat, okay? Blaze kick kills, 10% chance of missing, right? And then if it misses, we 100% die. If we... full restore now. Drill Peck did 194 damage, so we can live. We die after 3 Drill Pecks. So unless we get crit, we're not risking missing Blaze Kick to lose the run. If we do that, if we full restore. But then we'll have less HP overall. Which Pokemon is this? This is Pokemon 3, right? Risk the miss. You guys almost had me convinced. I did. I think I missed that crit here. Maybe I should have popped it. Alright, we need this to hit. And he doesn't miss. He doesn't miss. Goodbye. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna ice punch it. Should I ice punch it? I'm almost out of PP. I don't know what I've done to this thing so far. Ice punch. I'm just gonna get the guaranteed kill. I don't want to mess around. Oh, that's good. That's good. You love to see that. You really do. You really do love to see that. This definitely dies. Last one. But the thing is, last Pokemon, are we gonna have to Blaze Kick it? What is it? Oh yeah, this is a Blaze Kick. This is a Blaze Kick. Come on! Come on! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Oh my gosh! We did it! We did it!
And with that, the story of Brozen comes to a victorious end. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and also check out my Twitch. I'll see you guys after I've beaten Kaizo IronMON in Emerald.